IMNM Stock, Immunome Inc has been rallying for the best part of more than a month now, and today, the 29th of January 2024, it added a gain of 10.41%. So this stock began to rally sometime in I would say sometime in sometime around middle of late, I would say late, okay, let's just put it at middle of December of last year. And the gains we're looking at here are just very much modest, nothing I mean, up till, I would say, nothing fantastic. I mean, these gains are not like huge spikes, they're just gradual incremental moves, gradual incremental moves. So if at concerns news, we have to go all the way back to the 26th of December when Wedbush began to cover the stock and gave it an outperform rating. You can see here it says Wedbush starts Immunome with outperform rating, $12 price target, and has positive view of early stage pipeline of targeted cancer therapies. So that was but before that time already, the stock had already started to show a lot of strength. This is the 26th. Okay, against as of then, it had already even reached what looked like its 52-week high, and since that time it has continued to correct and then move higher, sideways consolidation, just modestly moving and inching up. Today as well, it got another upgrade as well, an outperform rating and a price target of $30. So and then I think there was also another news on the 26th of December that he was going to acquire, or that he had acquired, let's see here, it says here, Immunome signs asset purchase agreement for acquisition of antibody related assets from Atreca. So the company agreed to acquire a collection of antibody related assets and materials from Atreca. The company indicated on that day. So yeah, the stock has just continued to inch higher and higher. So what we have here on trading view is that it seems the algos are not the Fibonacci projections are no longer being calculated as well. They're no longer being calculated. It has just remained where it is, I want to believe. So, but we have to probably have a look at let's look at the 1 week chart and see what we have. On the 1 week chart, I don't really think any further calculation has occurred. The stock has just moved above its most upper projection of 17.18. And let's look at the 1 month. We're trying to see where the projections are. We're trying to see. Okay, so it hasn't traded a lot, so it hasn't traded for several months, for a lot of months, or enough months to have any Fibonacci projections on its monthly chart. So we now have to go back to a much shorter interval chart. So we have the 4-hour chart. We have here a projection of $24.50, and there's also a downward projection of 17.52. So 20.50 is one we've seen. So let's look at the 3-hour chart. Meanwhile, extrapolations are saying on this 4-hour chart that it should be weaker than what it is trading at right now. Should be weaker than that. So let's look at the 3-hour chart and see. Okay, on the 3-hour chart, it has exceeded all of its almost all of its upper projections. So the most upward one is there is a 17.78, which looks like it's a downward projection on its 4-hour chart. So let's look at the 2-hour chart and see. 2-hour chart, let's see. Same here as well. There are no upper projections. It has exceeded them, and the algos don't seem to be calculating anything. Let's look at the 1-hour chart for Immunome, and then we have a projection of 19.44. So almost it is almost on that price. For the 5-minute chart, let's see what do we have. For the 5-minute, nothing, no upper projection. So we're just looking for projections. We have 20.51. I want to believe on the 4-hour chart. It's nothing. No, we haven't seen anything so far. Anything higher than that. In terms of projections, let's look at day 15 chart, 15 minute chart. We have a projection there, but nothing close to 20.51. We have here 19.38. So let's look at the 5 minute chart. Let's see what we have. Okay, we have projections here. Yeah, so we have 20.35. I think still this is still lower than what we have, but it's at least a breath of fresh upper projection. And then we have 19.80, and then we have 19.6. This is on the 5 minute chart. Let's look at the 3 minute chart and see whether we have anything. On the 3 minute chart, it's almost on its most upper projection of 19.2, 19.31. Let's look at the 1 minute chart. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we have projections here, but unfortunately as well, it is still below the 20.51. I want to believe we saw on the 4-hour chart. Was that 20.4, 20.51? It is yeah, 20. Yeah, that's it. 20.50. That's what we saw. So Immunome strongly bullish, rallying within a longer term bullish trend. Okay, that's what we're looking at right now. And analysts are, singing its praises and issuing outperform ratings and higher targets. We haven't seen any $30 Fibonacci projection, but as things stand right now, market participants are very much bullish about this on the stock. So yeah, have a look and see what you make of it. Let's look at EBET. Okay, this is a stark contrast to what we are looking at, what we just saw on Immunome. So let's look at these. So the stock has just been consolidating. It's not just has been moving sideways for the best part of more than a year, I want to believe. Currently trading at $0.283, a gain of 17.61. Okay, let's look at the 1 minute chart and see what we have for EBET. Okay. We might find some news concerning the stock EBET. Let's see. Ebet Inc. Let's see what we have. Is there any news? It gained 17.61%. Okay, there's no fresh news for the stock. So the stock is consolidating within a longer term downtrend. Shares are below a declining 200-day moving average, and buyers seem to have lost interest in the stock. So this is it's a 1 minute chart, and if it makes you happy, it has projections of 0.2, 0.2877 dollars. We have next one 0.2925, 0.3 dollars, and indeed 0.3197 dollars. but there are downward projections, and they go all the way down to 0.2804, 0.2752, 0.2679, 0.2484. This is on the 1 minute chart. Let's have a look at the 15-minute chart and see what we have. Okay, projections go all the way towards 0.3921. Probability of that happening not very high, not very high, but yeah, never say never. 0.2971 is much more realistic on the 15-minute chart. Let's look at the 45-minute chart and see. For the 5-minute chart, we have projections, upper projections of 0.3920. Probability of that happening not very high, and we have a projection of 0.2979, the closest projection at the moment it has, and the odds of it getting there is much more immediate, much more realistic. Yeah. So yeah, on the daily chart we've seen everything already with it's been consolidating and moving sideways. So fascinating stuff on its 1 hour chart. 0.5830 is the most upper projection. So the calculation is for some reason finds it the algo finds it necessary to have this calculation in place for on its 1 hour chart. 0.5830, and then we have 0.4346. All of these are the probability of those happening. Of course they can happen, but just giving what the moving averages are saying, there are no moving averages close to this sort of levels as such. The probabilities will be looking a bit far-fetched. So most upper projection, upper projection for where it is right now is I think it's actually sitting on just slightly below, just right on a Fibonacci projection of 0.2861, and then above that we have 0.3158, and above that we have 0.3438, and then we have 0.3834. They go all the way towards 0.5830. So let's recap again. Immunome, IMNM, strongly bullish, gained 10.41% in this regular session, and EBET, I want to believe, gained 17.61%. So see what you make of these two stocks, and thank you very much for watching this video.